Hi guys, Train 0077 here. So we are back at the fair again. So I've moved a couple of beings around to put them into place. So we're going to start off with the carousel. So you see I put the legs down. This is quite easy. It's just left and right mouse buttons together, and then you drop them down. I'll show you anyway. Right, so we jump in. Now as I said, this can be a little bit tricky sometimes, i.e. so let's start the truck. Let's not start the truck. Let's put it in the right one. Start the truck. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect the truck. I'm going to go there and disconnect it. I'm going to move forward. And I'm now going to get out. And I'm now going to go into the carousel. Press E. Now when I do this, I press E again, I cannot get out of this carousel. I cannot do nothing now. I cannot move tools, cannot do anything. The only way you can do it is by pressing tab, and it will get out. That is a slight, I don't know whether it's an issue or whatever, but if you get your truck and connect it up, let's move that back up a bit, and then jump out, and then we go into it again, like so, and then I press E again, I can jump in and jump out of it. Weird. So, what you're going to need to do is once you've done that, connect your truck. I'm just using this one temporarily. You need to make sure that you set the right tool. So, obviously if I go along, I'm now on the truck. Go along, I'm now on the dolly. Go along again, I'm now on the carousel. Now that's what you need to do. Carousel, release. That releases the front dolly. You need to come out, put the truck here, turn it off. Don't need that now, just for a minute. You're going to come around, you're going to run back into the carousel. Now you need to click G to change tool, and then it's going to come up with a tractor symbol. Now this is where it gets a bit weird, because you've now got to, if I come around this way you'll see. Now around here we're going to take the dolly off. So to do this, you need to hit the right mouse button and change it so it puts on a bar. And then what you need to do now is you press G. No you don't, you press Q, and that will now release the dolly. Now you jump out, your truck. So I just park these here just for quickness. So start the truck up. Now open that back up. Should connect, like so. Yeah, it just has moved the carousel, never mind. And then we're going to stop the truck there, back up a bit, there we go. And then turn the engine off. Now we go back to the carousel. That's what I mean, it is a little bit tricky, but once you get used to it now, it's both buttons, left and right mouse buttons together, and you can now drop it down by pulling the mouse towards you. Put it away, it goes up, put it down, it comes down to you. And you keep going, now in a minute it should do that, and then you just lift it a tad, like so, there you go, and that's it. It's now dropped to the ground, and that's how you do it. That's what I mean, it does get a bit fiddly because of the way it's done, but it is really cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the truck, get this dolly. This is the fun part. I'm just going to back this up out of the way if we can. I'm making a boo-boo. So we just back it up like so. Keep going out of the way. And then we just drop that there because we don't need it now. So there you go, that's the carousel now ready to be set up. I'm going to put this truck back over here because this is actually for the carting, called the carting trailer. So we come over here and we just park this over here. Now as I said, this karting truck does come with the go-karts, and also the Dodger truck over here comes with the Dodger cars, which are minion. Unfortunately I haven't got them out because they are a little bit temperamental, so the cars on there, but I might try and get them out. So I'm not going to set that up yet because it has got music on it, which could be a bit of an issue. I don't think it should be, but you never know. And the same with this one. This is like a little grabber, so you just go over to it, press E to get into it. Now this one's a little bit, I think, different, yeah, so it's just the left mouse button, and you're just going to keep going side to side, and that will, that's fine, my mouse is moving a bit, sorry, I do apologise. So we're going to push this out of the way, like so, keep going, should be nearly done. Yeah, it does get a bit finicky, but there we go, right, that's out of the way. And this one should be the same again, left and right mouse button together. And then this one's push it away from you, and there you go. It's just down to level it up. Then all you do is press X and that will set up. I don't need to set up just yet. You'll see why. And then you've got the trampolines. I'm forgetting what everything is. What's going on? So this is trampolines. So they're all packed up on their trailer at the moment. Now you do use interactive controls for these. You do need interactive controls with some of them. This one you don't. That one you don't. The ducks you do. The constellations or food trailer you don't. Speed you don't. Karting you do not. Power surge you do and do not need the interactive control because it works on both ways. So I'll show you that in a minute actually. This one's definitely interactive controls because of what it does. You might be able to do it just by pressing X without the interactive controls. I'm not too sure, but normally when that happens you can't turn on lights or anything like that. So yeah, so that's the carousel down. So the next one will be, let's do the trampolines, let's get them done. So as I said, interactive controls, press the X. Now if you haven't got interactive controls, these X's will not appear. Now maybe if you press connect the truck to it and then press X, it might set up, it might not. But as I said, it might not, you might not be able to put lights on or anything like that. So you press the X's again. There's one side, one the other. So like so. Now there are two more. If you come around here, so I'm still setting up. Well, that's done now for now. Now there are two more. One is like for opening, so it'll put everything out, and the other one's the lights. That's your lights. Now, I don't need to put them on yet, because I've still got a little bit more to do on this. You've seen this one before, which is the Wild West game trailer. Let's go into it, press X, and it will now unfold, like so. And then to lift the top, it's the same again, both together, and that will lift the cover up and down. As I said, I don't really need to lift it up at the moment. So, the karting, I'm not going to do that one yet, because that's got music, and that could be copyright, I'm not too sure. Same as the carousel, that's got music, but you will see it all. We'll sort it out. And, so, you've got the minions, which is over here. And you've got Power Surge, which is over here. I was going to put another ride in here, I'm not too sure yet. I should bring down and put in there, if I do. I've still got a couple of bits I want to do and just see how it all turns out. What I am going to do is quickly come over here, I'll show you the duck trailer. Now in my last video I did of Ride on the Road on the Move, there are links in that where you can find all this out. So this trailer, Power Surge, and there's 3 of them. Yeah, and the trampolines, which are over there, are in the link, the links for them are in the description of the last video I did. I went out and it took me a while, but I searched them and found them all again. So I was like, well, I'll do the links so you can find them. Converting them over, wow, that beats me. That, as I said, that's all I've done is edited the mod doc file, and all I did was convert it over. So I just unzipped the file, put it into another file, went into the mod docs, changed it all. Well, didn't change anything really. I just went in and just checked everything, and anywhere that it said DE or FR, you just change it to EN. Just make sure it says EN. Any brackets where it says FR or DE, change it to EN. And sometimes it might be FR in brackets, then a word, then it might be FR again in brackets. You must change both of them to EN, which stands for English. So, here's your duck fishing, as they called it. So, there's your duckies and everything like that. This does have lights. And if we come around here, we can do all the wiring for it. So, we go to here, there you go, there's the wiring. So, that's all for your lights. There should be an X on the generator, which is there. Press that and everything will come on. We don't need to yet. Still got a little bit to do. So before this video gets majorly long, let's go over here. Let's do Power Surge, let's get it set up. So Power Surge is a little bit different, so you jump in a lorry. Now at the top where it says a tractor and a like cube behind it, in other words the implements you're supposed to have. This is actually a farming game, but and if it says missing unfold flap, don't worry about that. That's just something to do with the when the mods did it. But it's not a problem, so all you do is press X and that will start setting up the ride. Like so. see. Sorry if it lags a bit. I'll stand over here and don't move. There you go. So you should be able to see the ride set up, or being set up. So this ain't too bad. It's the same as the Dodgems over there. They're the same, apart from they do use interactive controls as well, same as this, which I'll show you in a minute. It's nearly done. So I mean, I think the scripting of this is actually quite amazing. The scripting of all of them, how they're done. And believe me, there are so many, it is unreal, of these mods. Different rides, anything and everything. And because I was trying to make a little like fair scene here, which I'm working on, I did try to get the ice rink. Now you can get a placeable ice rink, but unfortunately you can't get it. It's on the website for you to get it, but when you go to the link to get it, it's unavailable. So to me that says it's a private mod, which is a shame. It would have really looked really cool, nice big ice rink, which is transportable as well in its own lorry. So this is what I mean by interactive controls. So if we come over here, it says deco face, which adds a bit of extra scenery, and then chassis adds the pay box. There we go. Now if we come over to the pay box, we can add a cable, make it look a bit more pretty, like so. And all of this is all interactive, so you can lift everything up and lights come on. The ride actually does work. I don't think it does, as a certain part it's supposed to do, but it doesn't really do it, but never mind. I still think it's really good the way they're all done. You've got speed over there as well. Now speed, I haven't managed to find the link for that, unfortunately. In my last video I did put links in for the rides and sideshows, so there should be, in the last video there should be a link for the Constellations, the Ducks, the Trampoline, Power Surge, and there are a couple of others that I haven't put here, but I have put them in the links. So it's down to you. You can click on links and have a look at them. If you want them, download them. As I say, get them to work might be a different ball game. So what we now do is we'll come over here and we'll set up the Dodgems, why not? So we'll go down, so we're now going to press X to set it up, like so. We're going to come in here and lift, get closer. There's X there, not one here. So now we lift all these up, which gives you a couple of buttons, which is extra things you're going to put in. So we come over here. That's what I mean, this is pretty cool the way it's all set up. There are different versions of like Dodgems and that, where the same way the carousel was done, you can do it as the Dodgems. So have dollies and you lift it up and take them all out and stuff like that. But I think they're all like private. I've seen so many like different ones you can get, fun houses and everything, but you try and get them and it's like you can't. So whether you've got to go to a group or you go somewhere, I have no idea. But I'm going to keep my eye out in case any more comes along. I mean, if the ice rink did come up, that'd be amazing, but as I said, it's there, you just can't get it, which is a shame. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and then you just go to back a bit. Now you've got decor, which is the back. No, decor is, it puts uprights in, so, no, okay, it's done both of them for me, okay, fair enough. So that does the back and supports, so it puts back cover on, puts a couple of supports in. It's a bit long, makes it nice. We come over here, I'm going to lure, and then we can the front panel, and like so. And there's all your controls for everything you need. And there is more to this, but you'll see on in a later date, a little later video, shall I say. So that's near enough everything. It's just a couple of other bits that need doing. And there you have it. So the reason I'm doing these videos is because I think it's so fantastic how modders have done this, and the scripting is just amazing. I mean, I'd love to do it for English rides. Like do a waltzer, ski jump, UK Dodgems, Funhouse. That'd be quite amazing. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Sorry for me rabbiting on, but I thought I'd just show you these in case any of you do get them and you get a bit stuck. There you have it. So thank you very much for watching. If you've got any ideas, leave them in the comments. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe by all means, and I will see you again in the next video. So thank you very much for watching. See you again soon.